I just want to play for you, if I can, some sound that we heard from, I believe it was Chen Deming. He is a former Commerce Secretary for China. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
这是一个非常好的问题。
If the US doesn't want to go to the WTO and they talk with China with a current attitude, things will drag on. That won't be a year or two, that could be even longer. In that case, we'll see who can take it on the chin. China will have to endure that, the US will have to endure that, and the whole world will have to endure it, and the global economy will go backwards.
Well, that's just an example, really, of the hardening rhetoric we've been hearing over the past few days. How optimistic are you that this trade spat is going to be sorted out anytime soon?
Well, I would have to say I'm not very optimistic at all on that score, because I think you're right. I think what you heard from Chen Deming and some of the other Chinese government officials recently, particularly at the Shangri-La dialogue, is a hardening of rhetoric, a lot of nationalistic slogans, and it was very interesting that there's even a song now in China, which is to the music from resisting Japan during the Second World War, and it's called Resisting the United States. So I think we're seeing a lot of that kind of rhetoric, which indicates to me, at any rate, that the gloves are beginning to come off, if not dropped on the floor.
Yeah, there are definitely mixed views on this. It was just our last guest here, Leland Miller of the China Beige Book, saying, forget all of this stuff. It's, patriotic songs, visit to rare earths mines, all of these things can be easily walked back. So in that regard, is there a little cause for optimism, particularly with these meetings at the G20 in Japan this month? Could those be the circuit breakers?
Well, yeah. I think that we did have some cause of optimism maybe before the May 10 tariffs went into effect. But I think that now the situation's gotten a little bit more pessimistic because of the increase in rhetoric, because of what's going on with Mexico, because in general it seems as though the whole atmosphere has kind of soured. The fact that you saw the president and others in the administration in the run-up to those imposition of those tariffs saying, oh, we're making progress, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, no, everything is not fine. And I think that actually Robert Lighthizer was kind of forecasting this, because every time someone talked to him, he was very careful in saying, we still have big differences and we're still not there yet. The fact that they came out with their white paper, the fact that they've now really taken the U.S. to task on the Huawei sanctions indicate to me that there's a big campaign going on, which could in many ways be for domestic consumption. But I think it does signify that as China has been right from the start, they are not going to move past a certain red line, which is the kind of state-run policies that are at the core of their industrial policy. And without that, the United States, at this point, I think also cannot come back from its hard line, saying that, look, those are the things that are bothering our industries, that are slanting the playing field against foreign companies, and we have to have some kind of a deal on those. And if without that kind of a deal, I don't think that we can sign anything yet. And I think that we're going to be going on with this kind of trade tension for some time to come.
Michael, we've seen these U.S.-China trade negotiations now go on for 2.5 years. What have we learned about the Trump administration's negotiating strategies? Is there anything that Mexico can take away from here?
Oh, my gosh. Well, I suppose that there is. I mean, you just saw that the president said, well, we're not going to put the tariffs on Friday. Let's wait until Monday. So some people are saying that there are reports that we're going to delay those tariffs, and then Pence says, no, we're not going to delay the tariffs. One thing that we have learned is that if the president doesn't say it, it's not going to happen. So I think that the Mexicans at least can take away that they've got to be careful, because he has consistently said he's going to put the tariffs on. Again, with the negotiations in Mexico, we're again hearing everything's fine, everything's going well, things are looking good. Those kind of statements don't have a very good track record. So I think right now everything is up in the air, everything is on the table, and we're just going to have to wait and see how it comes out.